Hey guys, Open here. Gonna be doing a reaction to Taking Gauntlet of Fire Too Seriously, featuring Vivid Dreams. I'm doing a reaction to this because of my last reaction to the Firebrand's videos. They mentioned this, and I've actually seen it once. So with my memory's still a little fuzzy on this, but it's still pretty funny. So anyway, yeah, let's just get to it.
Alright, Gauntlet of Fire review. Wait, I have a dragon on staff. Vivid, where are you? I want to call him. Someone check where he is, please. Vivid Dreams. He's our makeup artist.
Parents from, or
board.
adults from,
It's in cell block 3.
Peanuts.
Lots of plushies. I don't know why he hoards plushies. More importantly, I don't care. Just do it. Never hire friends.
Isn't friends more trustworthy?
So this episode starts out with Rarity in a cave. Okay, so I'm totally stealing this from DWK and his totally legit recap.
I love
Good show,
this.
by the way.
It's
but
hilarious.
I feel his thoughts warrant echoing. This image of Rarity in a gussied up hard hat, there is a strong argument that this
So I'm not sure I saw
represents her
his
character in
version
one
of
of the
that.
best possible ways. While working, she never forewent the proper safety equipment, but she didn't leave it as just a hard hat. She had to make it look at least somewhat fashionably presentable. It's indicative of the fact that beneath the pretty and decorated exterior is someone at their core who is tough, sturdy, and ready for hard work. The accessories may be superfluous, but they don't take away anything of what makes the center what it is.
Thanks for being my basket holder, Spike. Basket holder? I thought I was your bodyguard. Yes, that of course, too.
It's also interesting to note how Spike's infatuation with Rarity has diminished over time. I mean, it's still there, as in he'll do whatever she asks, but even a couple looks from him suggest he's starting to get tired of her not reciprocating his affections.
I decided to have myself chemically castrated.
Drama alert! Then Spike appears to be glowing, which sets off the bats in the belfry. Then we cut to... Egad! The princesses at a casual get-together?
Yep, the useless sisters.
No, DHX.
What's that ominous glow in the distance?
This is all wrong. You're supposed to forget about them until season finales and openers, then completely remove them from participating in the plot for no reason.
We so rarely get a chance to relax and just visit.
I like the
There's
human
usually
universe
some
because we get to
crisis
see
have
more of
deal
those
with.
too.
Some pony always needs our help.
Sorry, Sunbutt. Episode or it didn't happen. Oh. Well. I'm running out of things to complain about.
I did a reaction to
Rarity
that
walks in
one. A
with
lot of
Spike
people liked
glowing
it.
and itching. I think there's a cream for that. And the princesses pull some exposition out of their butts. I mean, their vast reserves of knowledge they'll never share with us.
Little is known about dragon culture, but this is a phenomenon we've seen before. It is the call of the Dragon Lord.
Okay.
Dragons glow whenever the Dragon Lord has need of them in the Dragonlands.
Say dragon a few more times. You don't say it often enough. Speaking of which, so darn it, Vivid! Where are you? I need you here because this episode relates to your species.
Yeah, that's probably
and I mean that
in his office or
totally not
in real
tokenizing way.
life,
I'm not
obviously.
racist, I swear. Oi, Vivid, are you glad? Yeah, just go do ignore that. Vivid, why aren't you glowing?
Why would I be glowing?
Because the Dragon Lord is summoning you?
She is? Wait a minute. Are you just now doing your review of Gauntlet of Fire? Dude, that episode was over a year ago.
So
What
it's
have you been
Celeste in the
doing?
background.
School? Countdowns? Video games? I'm sure one of those is important. Anyway, you're one to talk. You're using my studio to paint Princess Celestia in laundry. Okay, now what is this?
Ugh. Take a lunch break, Chitin.
Oh, cool.
Raises even more questions!
It's the changeling you locked up in the cellar during your review of Amending Fences and then forgot about. I've been taking care of him, so now you don't have to explain
You
to
sure it's
King
a
Thorax
guy?
why
I
you
mean,
let
the
one of his
pink
new
is
subjects
kinda-
starve while chained
Yeah.
to a boiler.
I plead ex post facto.
Anyway, Gauntlet of Fire? I may not be glowing, but I assume you still want my input?
Yeah, just get to the studio. I'll meet you there after a quick date with some brain bleach.
How do I make it stop?
Apply aloe vera 3 times a day.
We're gonna be here all day if we keep riffing like this.
So the princesses say that Spike has to go to the Dragonlands, and he wants to take Rarity and Twilight with him.
If I had to go to the Dragonlands, would you two come with me?
Yeah, he needs
I
bait,
bet
just in
you're not
case.
lacking any information on dragon culture and customs.
Alright.
So are we.
Yeah, use them
This is
so
the
he can
first
escape.
episode since season 2 that we've gotten anything on dragons.
Distract. There
The
we
stuff
go.
we got back then wasn't exactly flattering.
Also, I find it a little hard to believe that ponies know so little about dragons, especially given that Celestia is over 1,000 years old by now. That raises
Yeah, think
so
about that.
many
That's kinda
questions,
depressing,
especially
1,000
about
years.
How she got a hold of Spike's egg. I'd appreciate that episode
Okay.
sometime soon. So they travel to the Dragonlands under the guise of a rock, and then they meet.
Hey, look!
Ah, the guy who
It's
plays
our
Flash
old
Sentry.
friend Sparkle Warkle.
Hey, look! It's our old friend, artificially lowered voice. Poor Vincent Tong, why can't he voice a character people like?
Fuck you! Fuck the both of you!
And then
Hey,
we are
Flash Sentry
introduced
is
to
cool.
the head honcho of all dragons in Equestria, Torch.
Dragons of Equestria, hear me!
Reminds me,
Hold the phone. We've seen dozens of dragons
World of
of
Warcraft
varying
dragons.
shapes and sizes from Dragon Quest. Where are they? And why is this guy the only one that's massive?
He's probably like an actual lord. He takes care of a small coven of teenage dragons that live in Equestria, and all the bigger dragons are all scattered about, doing their own things.
That makes sense, except for the part where we've seen large dragons in Dragonshy and
Yeah.
Owls Well That Ends Well. Did they just leave?
Maybe they're more solitary or rogue dragons? I mean, they were chromatic.
Oh,
No way.
D&D. You infect everything.
Who is that?
It's Dragon Lord Torch, dummy.
No, next to him.
And his daughter,
Hello.
Princess Ember. Huh. A female dragon. Haven't seen one of those yet, right, Vivid? Vivid?
Ah!
Hooked on a feeling,
That's silly.
I'm believing that you're in love with
Vibrant.
me.
I have been Dragon Lord for longer than many of you can remember, and my reign has been extraordinary.
Good for you.
Agree with me! Suck my dick!
Oh boy, another loud and obnoxious dragon. Except this time he's full grown and the de facto leader. Pretty easy to see why many fans see him as a raging dictator.
I'm gonna make a counter argument. I'll give you that he's loud, but he's just giving the dragons what they want. A leader who's strong and ferocious. I mean, if Garble and the other teenage dragons are any indication, those traits are highly valued among dragons. Why else would Garble put down Spike for being meek and gentle? But Torch may actually be the most legit and respectable dragon we've seen in the entire show, simply
Alright.
because he shows humility later on by acquiescing to his daughter's reasoning. Torch is tough, but that toughness is tempered with reason and knows when it's time to step down and let someone else take the throne. The sort of person who should be the leader.
I can agree with that. Now, you could make the argument that because Garble said Torch would eat anyone who looks at his daughter means he's a bad ruler, but I say we should take that with a grain
Yeah,
of
it sounds
salt
like
because
father.
A, it's Mr. Sulfur Hexafluoride saying it, and B, for the longest time, Celestia was thought of to banish everyone she doesn't like to the moon, and we've quickly diminished that notion since.
This is why I have summoned you, to compete for the throne in the Gauntlet of Fire!
Roll credits.
Torch then goes on to explain just what this gauntlet is.
One of the best video games ever made.
Yeah, you dork. It's actually a competition for the title of World's Strongest, Lord of the Dragons.
The Gauntlet is dangerous, for I designed it myself. Only dragons with my ferocity, strength, and determination will be able to finish.
Man, if this gauntlet lives up to the
Yeah,
hype,
but
he'd probably
only
make
for
a
you
great
doesn't
literal
mean
DM
they can
for
handle it.
Literal Dungeons and Dragons.
That's kind of
Pun
unfair.
totally intended.
So Spike tries to leave, and we get the aforementioned moment with Ember reasoning with her dad, convincing him that Spike shouldn't compete.
Now, a lesser dragon like Black Star, who's drenched in toxic masculinity, would have demanded that Spike take part in the gauntlet or else be branded a namby-pamby who's too girly and weak to be a true dragon. Torch, however, is cool enough to let him go with only a bit of mild ribbing.
He is rather tiny. I could squish him with my pinky claw.
Dick.
That wasn't a joke, it was a fact.
And that is my new foreign weapon. How did that not become a meme? Anyways, Princess Ember then tries to convince her father that she can compete, but Torch ain't having that because she's daddy's little princess. Also because she's tiny.
Yeah, like size would ever stop a true dragon if they really wanted something. We're the movers and shakers of mythology, and our legends are found in every culture across the globe. We're loved and respected because of our variances in size, as well as
Egocentric
shape and
much?
color and abilities. To say nothing of the fact that these fine dragons assembled here are still
So
young
annoyed.
majestic walls of power and grace. Because they're friggin' dragons, and that's how we roll.
You must be pretty flexible to bend over backwards and kiss your own butt.
Yeah, thanks.
When I become Dragon Lord, I will make burps an official greeting.
Ew.
Yeah, I
When
can't
I
burp.
win,
Damn it.
I will pillage Equestria for all their pillows. Why should these ponies be comfortable while we sleep on rocks?
Get a job?
Stay away from Tia.
What the f?
Vivid, what is that? Vivid, what is that?
What? You expect me to kidnap an actual princess for my horde? That old school dragoning might fly with Bowser, but not a
I don't
classy
know what's
drake
with
like
people
me.
in
When
the
I'm
body
in charge,
pillows.
first thing I'll do is get revenge on those puny ponies.
Look out. Sorry there. Didn't realize how long it had been since old Dumper did his business. He'll be done soon enough.
Right.
They'll regret they ever crossed Garble. We'll take whatever we want from Equestria and burn the rest.
Yeah,
And then
because the question is,
Celestia dropped the sun on it. All right. in
their
all
military really
seriousness,
does
given
suck. Any
Celestia,
creature
Luna,
could beat
and
them.
even Cadence's track record of depending on Twilight and her friends to get things done, an invasion of prepubescent dragons tearing apart Equestria in their need to overcompensate is a legitimate concern.
Which is sad. We don't like seeing them portrayed as incompetent. We used to think that they were big and epic, but when we're finally shown them, you know, they're not really that impressive. I'm okay with
Yeah.
other races being a legitimate challenge to the ponies' peaceful society, but not at the expense of their ruler's dignity.
Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope that barfing dragon wins.
Priorities.
So, with the potential of Dragonfire being rained down on Equestria, it's obvious.
I'm
the
so
ponies
surprised
need
Rainbow
a
Dash and everything
champion of
get
their
burnt.
own.
There's only one thing to do.
I don't remember
and
that episode, it's been so long.
I have to win the Gauntlet of Fire.
Well, we're boned.
It's the only way to protect Equestria from the dragons. You heard them. They have horrible plans for ponies if they
Or you
win.
can do it the American way.
Somehow, I have to do
America.
it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 that, yes, that, yes, that. That is more of the Spike we need. The duty-bound and chivalrous Spike who sees the right thing that needs to be done and is willing to do it no matter what. Yes!
Now that is a dragon code you can be proud of.
Hmm.
Not that horse hockey from Spike at your service.
Don't ruin this for me.
Decided to compete. I am a dragon after all.
Are you sure? You can't even fly.
And you're a douche.
Flippancy. Laughing at jokes that are never actually made.
What do you mean by flippancy?
Well, have you ever engaged with someone who didn't wait for you to say anything stupid, but came in assuming you were stupid and interpreted everything you said to confirm that assumption?
Well, isn't that just every internet debate I've ever seen? Anyways,
I wouldn't know, I
the contest
rarely
begins
check
and Garble
online.
catches Spike flat-footed
Like
and smacks
Facebook
him off
crap.
the cliff.
Well, this shouldn't be too hard. He just has to swim to the volcano. Oh, sweet Bahamut.
But Spike isn't the only one to get cast into the murky depths.
That's gonna be heavily as hell.
Princess Ember! What do you think
Hello.
you're doing?
Only saving your ungrateful scales.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
Ponies? What are they doing here?
You about to get scorched?
Friends. Dragons don't do friends.
Ha! Adorable. You can resist the friendshipping. You are, however, doing a bang-up job resisting your father, though, Ember.
I have a gauntlet to win. But I thought your dad said... I don't care what my dad said. I'll show him and every dragon who thinks I'm just some little princess there are better things than being big and strong.
Damn right, girl! Preach!
And then, from the heavens, a boulder smites Duke Nukem from the sky.
Or as we say around the D&D table, rocks fall, everyone dies.
And in spite of the obvious trap, and Spike knows it, he frees number 4 anyway, who proceeds to metaphorically dump on Spike and sees the disguised Ember. And Ember covers for Twilight and Rarity. Huh.
That was
Over a
nice.
heart of gold.
Stupid sling tails knocked me down, but I've wasted enough time making small talk. Get it? Because you're too small to win this. Unfunny.
Let's waste this dick.
Vivid, hit me.
Why?
I'm starting to like Garble. Thank you. So, with a mutual trust forming between Spike and Ember, they decide to— Ow! Okay, this was enough!
You sure? I think you need another one just to be safe. Rule of 3, you know?
They decide to work together.
Just so you know, this doesn't mean we're gonna pick flowers or exchange necklaces or whatever
That's
pony
such a
friends do.
stereotype.
To be fair, I'm sure we all had our misconceptions about ponies before this. Hello, Gen 3.
It's coming right for us!
They come across a giant cave entrance and...
So what do we do now?
I think we go through there.
Well, no shit.
You go around the back and wait for the setting sun with the last light of during the day. Yes, you broke it down!
That will hurt.
It makes no logical sense. Why is it here?
Because it's on the television show.
I'm not doing it. This episode was badly written.
Yeah, that is weird.
You made it! Oh, we were so worried.
About us? Bah, that tunnel was cake.
Oh, they teleported, Dirk.
Wait, how did you two get through?
Twilight finally learned to teleport.
I suddenly feel very, very annoyed for some reason. Then Spike saves Rarity from the flames.
Which is true, they almost never teleport.
Oh, thanks, Spike.
It was nothing.
Nothing? You just risked everything to save her.
Not
Yeah, I was about to
really.
say.
Spike was in no danger of falling, plus he's immolation proof. Then Princess Ember goes on a tirade about not being friends.
Oh, so we aren't really friends?
Maybe if we were in Ponyland, but like I said, dragons don't do friendship.
Baka. Unfortunately, Dante the Demon Killer knows that there's no consolation prize and comes in right behind them and throws Spike off a cliff into Spikes. Ignoring the unintentional pun there, that's straight up attempted murder. Like, how many of the other villains did that?
Macho Edgelord here is hardly what I'd call a villain. He's more of a schoolyard bully. I think the more pressing matter is that we're about to witness the impaling of a miner.
Ember!
And your girlfriend saved you.
For themselves! Why did you save me?
That's what
Because she loves you.
And I am. I mean, we are. I never should have left you back there. Ah, please don't make me talk about my feelings.
No, let's
Maybe
talk.
not the best time for that anyway, since Gaston's found his next dinner date.
What is with all
And
those
it's a
names?
twofer.
So they start fighting, Ember and Spike start covering for each other, and Spike gets the scepter. It's
Way to
interesting,
go, buddy.
you know? Through nothing but being nice and the power of friendship.
And a bit of beating the tar out of jerks who think they're too cool for that stuff.
Indeed, Spike was the one who was finally able to get the power of the Dragon Lord.
That everyone who was ever mean to me shall
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph.
executed.
Nah, as much as he may deserve an extra beating, Spike takes a different route.
Now go start your long journey home and give every dragon you see on the way a hug. Don't tell them why.
Aw, but that'll be super embarrassing.
I command you to do it.
Go f yourself!
Oh, no. I can't believe it.
Spike, merciful, even
Hopefully
in
they'll have
revenge.
more dragons
But he's
socialized
still
with
got
ponies
one more
in a
great
positive
moment
way.
up his scales before he bows out.
The Dragon Lord is whoever brings the scepter back to your father. Besides, you'll make a great leader. I was just doing this to protect the ponies.
So
I know
much
you'll protect
chivalry.
them just as well as I would have.
So chivalrous!
So Ember and the rest of the dragons return to Torch, and Papa Dragon is less than amused by Ember's disobedience. But like the wise and understanding ruler he is deep down, he immediately acquiesces when shown reason. Unlike humanity's leaders, a bunch of lesser mammals.
Oi! None of that. Not much really happens after
Hey,
this. We just have some
it
roundup of the
sucks.
dragons.
The
Spike,
government.
Rarity, and Twilight head home. Twilight threatens Ember's life and sanity with the promise of endless questions. And why do I suddenly feel Death's Shadow?
What the fuck?
Oh.
Ooh.
And that makes 3.
Dick.
And that was Gauntlet of Fire. Many say this is the best episode of Season 6. And as far as I'm concerned, they be right. Now, I'm not just saying that because I'm a dragon.
Yes, you are.
Fine, but that's only part of what makes this episode so great. Not only do we get some actual attention for dragons and their place in Equestria, but they use this opportunity to talk about something I feel is important. You see, Garble here, I've met and suffered through people exactly like him. People who like to make fun of and put down others
I
just
got bullied by someone
fit
like that
their particular idea
for
of masculinity.
2 goddamn
and
years.
that really shouldn't be tolerated. Seeing this episode call out
With my
this
low
behavior
self-esteem, that
means
hurt
a lot
even
to
more.
me.
Well, I'm sorry, the world isn't one big liberal arts college campus.
In my eyes, MLP's theme has always been that there are many different ways to be a girl, and therefore, many different ways to be a person. This episode re-emphasizes that overarching moral. Girls can be masculine, dominant, and bold like Ember, and boys can be effeminate, gentle, and emotional like Spike.
Yeah.
No shame in either of those. And it's cool seeing this episode celebrate both by pairing the two together in order to...
I cry over emotional stuff. I'm mad enough to say
I'm just
that.
happy to get the best Spike portrayal in the entire show. Now, I like Spike. I'd even go as far as to say I have a man crush on the little guy. Yes, he can be incredibly selfish and greedy, and he very easily lets temptation get the better of him. And
Don't
he
we
can
all?
be cringy.
I've just been, checking out some of that internet porn.
But this episode highlights the best parts of his character. He's secure in who he is. He will stand up and do the right thing, even if he's completely outmatched. He believes the most in the goodness in people.
I truly am like a
He won't
Spike.
step over others to get to his goals. He even shows great wisdom and practicality well beyond his years. And that's the end. Well, I guess I can't launch you out because you work here.
And as I've just demonstrated, you'd have a rather difficult time even attempting that. So I'm just gonna go back to my work now. Oi, Chitin, lunch break is over.
Where does he even get the love to feed off of?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we adults know what that is. Okay, looks like that's it. But yeah. So, that was my reaction to taking Gauntlet of Fire too seriously, featuring vivid dreams. Like I said, I've seen this, but that was a long time ago. So, like, yeah, memory's fuzzy. But I like that episode. It was pretty cool. I still don't see the episodes much because I don't know. So you're used to Family Guy, South Park, American Dad, that stuff. But anyway, hope you guys liked the reaction and have a nice day.